everyone, remember a little while ago when I succumbed to peer pressure on sports for a second time? Yeah, well, kinda happened again.
So, Wii Sports Club, a remake of the original Wii Sports, and the sequel to Wii Sports Resort. Now this game is a bit unique compared to the other two games in the franchise, because when it was released, it was marketed as an almost digital subscription service where a person could buy or rent specific sports to play. The game later got a physical release in July of 2014 that included all games. However, due to this hybrid release format, no concrete sales figures have been reported. Also, due to the digital version being the one mostly marketed, the physical version has become one of the rarer Wii U games out there, going for around 70 to 80 bucks. That is, if you can find a copy in the first place. After having this game on my radar for like 2 years, I've only seen a physical copy once, and I proceeded to scoop it up. But actually getting into the game, we have quite a lengthy loading process, and a pretty nice looking title screen, all things considered. After that, we get to choose from a total of 5 games to play. Now, as I said earlier, this is a remake of the original game, so 5 games makes sense. But coming off of Resort's 12 games, this kind of just seems underwhelming, but whatever. Now, with this being a remake and all, the game was designed to take full advantage of the Wii Motion Plus that Resort had introduced to the series. However, before talking about the sports in the game, I will answer one burning question I know you all have, and yes, we will be rating every single sport on the 1 to 4 Minecraft zombie scale. Now let's get into it. And what better place to start than tennis? And to be honest, tennis is pretty mediocre in this game. Now, is it still fun? Of course. It just so happens that the Wii Motion Plus provides more problems than it solves. Such as being oversensitive to the movement, or the racket getting stuck on one side of your Mii. Also, something else weird about this version of tennis is that there's no music while you play, which surprisingly goes for all the games here. So, all in all, I have to give tennis a 2 out of 4. Next up is baseball, and I don't know how they did it, but somehow baseball is worse, yet better in this game than in the original. But to begin with the main negative of baseball in this game, the batting is just so bad because of the oversensitivity of the Wii Motion Plus, which makes you constantly have to reset the position of the bat, which is really annoying and really screws you up. However, if we switch gears, the main positive of baseball in this game has to be the pitching. Now, the pitching isn't like the original where you just flick the Wiimote. No. Instead, the game uses the Wii U Gamepad to allow you to aim where you're going to throw the ball, as well as allowing you to catch the ball with it. This is a really fun and unique idea. I just really wish the batting wasn't as bad as it was, so I could actually tolerate playing most of it. So, you know what? I think baseball deserves a 2 out of 4 as well. And here we are with the legend known as bowling. And I have to say that this is actually my favorite iteration of bowling in any Wii Sports game. Everything just feels perfectly fine-tuned in this iteration of bowling. And this is the one game the Wii Motion Plus isn't a pain in, so I quite like that. And due to this new love, I've decided to upgrade my bowling altar. Pretty snazzy, right? Oh yeah, 4 out of 4. Now for the next game on the list, being golf. And this is pretty similar to golf from both the original game and Resort. That could be because both the original and Resort courses are in this game, along with the new course, or it could be that it's just golf. Either way, this is quite an entertaining time. You get to hit the ball and hope it goes in the hole. However, one really cool thing about this version of golf is the Gamepad Support. This allows you to get a better view of where your club is, as well as a better idea of where you're hitting the ball. However, on the negative end of things, golf suffers from the oversensitivity of the Wii Motion Plus, which means you have to be constantly resetting the club. Though, all in all, golf is pretty fun. It truly makes me feel like a rich person that's committing tax evasion, so 3 out of 4. And now for our final game, being boxing, and yeah, this is interesting to say the least. To begin, unlike the original version, this game doesn't require a nunchuck to play boxing. Instead, you either play with one Wiimote, or you stimulate the economy and buy a second Wiimote. Now, this is quite weird that this game uses two Wiimotes at once. However, I have to say, it works a lot better than the nunchuck. Now, that's not saying a lot, though, because for some reason, this game just does not work well. Rarely do punches connect, and we get the classic problem of the Wii Motion Plus being oversensitive here as well. And the only issue with that is that you can't reset yourself, so eventually you're going to be completely guessing on where you need to move the Wiimote. And with all that being said, I think boxing should get a 1 out of 4. Now, moving on past all the upgrades sports this remake has to offer, let's talk about something else this remake has to offer, being a robust online mode. So, when you first begin playing this game, you're required to select what club you want to be a part of. Now, the clubs are split up between US states, Canadian provinces, and the rest of the countries in the Americas. Once you pick what club you're in, that's how your stats are broadcast to other players. However, enough talking about clubs, let's actually play online and see how it is. Never mind, online sounded stupid anyway.
And that was Wii Sports Club, a fun game that was sadly overshadowed by its release as well as the failure of the Wii U. And you know, I'm kind of left with this feeling now that I should go play a sport. And what better sport to play in below freezing conditions other than tennis? Now, you know, due to the current socioeconomic state of the United States, tennis balls are hard to come by. And that's why we'll be using this mini soccer ball I've acquired to play tennis. So without any further ado, let's get into this. Oh, let's go!